Hello everybody, it's Crafty Rhea and welcome back to another video. If you watched my latest Happy Mail video, you would have seen that I received this card in Happy Mail, swap mail. And since I'm in that swap or that tag, I have to make one. So I'm going to go ahead and use this as a pattern and make one to send to my swap partner. This is an envelope flip book, and it just opens up, and inside you have this big pocket here, and then you have these two smaller pockets here. This sheet of paper measures 11 inches by 8 1/4 inches. You can do 8 1/2 by 11. It would work out just fine. So for mine, I'm going to use this paper that I recently got from Echo Park in one of the Echo Park mystery boxes. It doesn't say what the line of paper is, but this is this really cool advertisements on this side, and the inside of this inspired me because it is an old catalog. And the back of this is this black and white pattern. I'm going to use the black and white pattern on the outside and the catalog page on the inside. This way I can decorate that with some pretty things. I also have this piece of textured cardstock, this black textured cardstock, because I think it would be a good size to make that pocket with. So through the magic of television, as Carol Duvall would say, I went ahead and cut out my pieces already. I have a bunch of those papers. So here's what we have. We have this piece, which is 8 1/4 by 11, and then we have a couple of scraps left over, which could be used on the pockets. And on the original envelope, this large flap is 4 inches and the small flap is 2 inches. So I need to score at 4 inches and 2 inches. And I want the 2-inch flap to be at the top, because when it opens, I want it to be in the right orientation. So there is the top part. I'm going to flip it over, but this is still the top, and I'm going to score this at 2 inches. And then I'm going to rotate it and then score it at 4 inches, just to keep it easy. And then I'm going to fold on my score lines. And here we have the basic pocket already. And I like the way that looks when you open it up. It's really cool. So I'm going to make this large pocket down here, and this is about 1/2 inch, probably. Yes, the pocket is actually 3 1/2 inches wide. And I thought I would use this one here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this to 8 1/4 by 3 1/2. I need to mark on here 8 1/4. My one paper trimmer does not go that high in measurements. And then I will cut this down to 3 1/2. What did I say? 3 1/2? Yeah, 3 1/2. That's what I thought. So then we have this piece here, and I do want to put a border along there. Okay, so I have some of this really pretty washi tape, and I think I will use that on the edge of this rather than folding a piece of paper over it. So I'm going to go ahead and get myself a strip that's a little longer than the paper. And I'm going to go ahead and put it on, actually I'm going to lay it flat on here on my work surface if I can get it to stay flat. I'm going to take another couple little pieces. I'm going to put one on this end to hold it down, and the other one on the other end. To hold it down. And then I'm going to take my piece of paper, and I want most of it to be on the front and a little bit of it to fold over to the back. And just to ensure that it sticks really good, I'm going to put just a little bit of this tape runner across the front. Sometimes washi tape does not stick really well. So I have that all set up, and I'm going to line it up just to the edge, I think, of the white square or diamond shape, and just try to get it as even as I can, and I'm going to carefully push it down right along that edge. Then I'm going to lift up my scraps. I'm going to save these two little pieces for later because I might need them. And then I'm going to fold this over onto the back. And that way it gives it a nice clean edge instead of a raw edge. I'm going to use my bone folder and just burnish it down. And then that's how it looks across the top. And I'm going to measure it on here and see if I need to trim anything off. I do need to take a sliver off of one end. First, I'll trim off my washi tape pieces. And I just need to take just a little sliver off of one end here. I'm just going to eyeball it just to make it super even. There we go. And then there we have that one pocket. And I have this decorative strip here, and I'm thinking, or this leftover strip, I'm thinking I'm just going to go ahead and put that on there, kind of towards the top, right under that first row of X's, just to give it a decorative edge and to pull more of this print down towards the bottom. So what I'm going to do to adhere it, I'm going to use some Elmer's glue for two reasons. Number one, it gives me a second or two to reposition it. And number two, I like it for making pockets because things won't get stuck to it. It's hard to explain. Sometimes when you put something in a pocket that you line with tape, the thing you put in it gets stuck to that tape. And then I'm just going to line up the corners down here Oops. And what's nice about the Elmer's glue, you have a few seconds to line it up. And I'm just going to run my fingers across it just to make sure any excess glue is off. And then I will put this here as a decorative strip. I'll use the glue on that as well. Since that is the perfect little decorative edge there. It's the perfect size. Now I'm going to make this little pocket that's going to go here. So I want to see where I want to score this little guy. This edge is not a clean edge, so I do want to trim that off real quick. It was where it was attached in the little pad it came in. And this doesn't have to be exact, but I do want to try to get it pretty close. So we have this piece here. It is about 2.5 inches. So I'm going to score this at 2.5 inches. And that should be the back piece. And this front one is 1.5 inches. So from this score line, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to score that again at 1.5, which would bring it to 4 inches, because I'm going to fold that edge in. And I'm going to cut this 1 inch from that second score line. So I'm going to fold this over and fold that up. So I have both of those pockets to put here. And I will do the same thing with this. I'm going to go ahead and use this washi tape and line that. First of all, I think I have to decide which way I want that to fold. Let me look at her pocket. She has that one big piece there. I think I'm going to have it fold so it's out. Like that. So I'm going to adhere this piece down. Well, first I think I'm going to do something though. Hold on. I'm going to put a piece of this on this flap. You'll see as it comes together. Kind of just like that. And then I will fold those pieces behind. And then I will glue that piece, adhere that piece down. And then I will do that half piece across the top again. like I did the other. And I have my two little pieces here to help hold this down. And this is the front. And again, I will use a little bit of this tape. Yep, I just want to make sure I have it the right way. I'm going to set those two pieces aside in case I need them for anything else. I'm not sure. And then I'm going to fold this over to the back. And trim off the sides. So I have this little pocket that will go here. And then you've got the double pocket. Since this is a very heavy piece of cardstock, I am going to use the stronger adhesive on this. On the edge there, just to help hold this piece in. And the bottom is a fold, so your things won't really get stuck to it. And then I will use the glue across the back. And I'm eyeballing my two folds there to try to get this pretty even. And clean up any excess glue that peeks out. Okay, so here we have the basic pocket. We have these two pockets here. And this one big pocket here. I don't want to decorate this too much on the inside because I don't want it to be bulky. And then I will decorate the outside. Hello, I am back. I don't know where my camera cut off and what portion that I forgot to click the record button, but I've been talking away to myself and recording a whole bunch of stuff, but the camera kind of wasn't on. Oops. So let me go ahead and show you what I did and how I finished my pocket. I received a beautiful bag of vintage lace and trim in Happy Mail a while back, and I used this piece for the bottom of the pocket and this piece for there. And I just used my tape runner to adhere it to the front and to this piece and trimmed it off. And then I used a Velcro dot as the closure because I didn't want a ribbon in, competing with the lace. I found this gorgeous button in my stash and it looks vintage to me. I'm sure it's not vintage, but it goes great with this. And I put the button right over the Velcro dot. On the back, I used this embellishment that I had received in Happy Mail. That's exactly how it came to me. and I went ahead and used some of the Elmer's glue and adhered it down to the back. So the finished pocket is here. It opens up. You've got your really gorgeous paper. This is Echo Park paper. All of these great ads. I love the malt shop and the root beer floats. I love root beer floats so much. And I love malts so much. Oh, yes. And you've got this big pocket along the bottom with a strip of that paper that I hated to waste. These two little pockets on the side with some of this gorgeous washi tape. I didn't want to do too much embellishing on the inside because I didn't want to make it bulky. And then there you go, you have the front of it. And I also rounded these corners on the top part just to make it look a little more finished and so they weren't pokey. I used the We Are Memory Keepers corner rounder on the 10mm size, the largest size. This has 3 different sizes. Someone was asking in my Facebook group the other day about corner rounders. I love this one, the We Are Memory Keepers. It has 3 different sizes and it works really well. So there is the pocket that I made. Here is the pocket that I received. My favorite color is purple, and I do love the butterflies and the flowers, and that is so pretty. And then for the person I'm sending to, she loves vintage lace, so I think she would appreciate this vintage lace, and she does like vintage things, so I'm hoping she enjoys it. And one of her favorite colors is burgundy, and that has a burgundy color ribbon in it. So I'm hoping she really loves this. If you like swapping and doing things like this, I will link that group below. It's Creativity Swaps, Happy Mail, and Friendship. It is a really fun group to belong to. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up right down there. I would greatly appreciate it. And it also helps YouTube find more videos for you that you like. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please click on that subscribe button and then click on the bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. I will be having a 2,000 subscriber giveaway coming up soon, and you don't want to miss out on that. Thank you again for watching. I do appreciate each and every one of you. And until the next video, you know what to do. Go get crafting. Bye-bye.